Peace, 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 family. Always peace, love, oneness, and divine vitality on all energy grids. So, taking you beautiful souls to a divine historic site, divine sacred grounds, divine ancestral frequencies. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. Let's dive into it. So, the first of the first, when we're talking about like cannibalism, where is the ancestors? Where is the forefathers? You know, like the chiefs, the heads of the heads. Some of them wasn't buried. Some of them was eaten, diced in little pieces, and dipped in grease like, so what they call it, the fondue, like fondue. Stand on these topics at hand when we're talking about the ancestors and the forefathers. Some of them, you know, you can walk your dog over here and shit on these sacred grounds, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some of these grids ain't never left. Y'all see that line? It's a stream right there for water to flow through. Some of these landmarks. But this gonna be a long video. So we finna be walking for a little minute. But as we walk, embracing some of these downloads. I don't know if y'all can see that one all the way over there. The ancient one, the one they put on them pictures, the sacred temple, you know. And watch how they be looking when they see you. That'd be the funny part too. But like I said, sacred grounds. Playing stupid. Hi! Hi, hello! Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, this high energy. The baby wanted to pet me. I don't know what's like, show you the love, you know? While we on these sacred grounds, baby. Oh. Let y'all see a better view from here. Yeah. Go another little small one. We finna, baby, we coming in. Halt! What's this? What they got right here? Stop the Mississippian home. Home of the Mississippians. Missourians. Interesting thing enough, when we get to the timeline of Cahokia, they say Missourians and Mississippians, not Iowa, you know, or Cherokee, Seminole, you know, but some of these are whitewashed names as well, you know what I'm saying? So when you know, you know. Well, you know some of this is vintage. Look at that bench. Just the architecture of that bench. That's another sidewalk to get to that one. I promise you I want to cross this grass. Cross this grass. Yeah. You know what? We finna, yeah. There's another little mound right there we was finna go to. It's as I said, in a burial ground. That's another thing we are not to get misconstrued or misunderstood. Some of them, they'll throw it as a mound, but after the battle and the war, you know, it became a burial ground. A mound, that's a burial ground. And that's deep too. When I had got the download, guys, about when they came, Pope, remember they came, and you know, it's manipulation, it's power. So the God that they serve had nothing to do with the frequencies that we were aligned to. So to tell our people the crops, the harvest, things aren't plentiful because of this and this, and as soon as they started believing these things, the ancient civilization started to fold. So understanding that when say, you know, your harvest is toxic because of the women or because of the children. Understanding that on these certain timelines and why subconscious programs on autopilot, we have certain men that won't take on a woman that has too many kids, you know, and some don't understand missing out on the blessing of that timeline because you were supposed to align to the soulmate or this twin flame to get the divine message, to ascend to the next level, to ascend to the next timeline. This is deep with how powerful and how old and ancient our souls are. And the cycles that we will keep going through until we understand that we are old souls here to experience, here to heal, to align, to alchemize, to transmute. This is a real one right here. I can feel it as we walk into it. Oh. Ooh. Ashe Oshun. And still flying around me too. Ooh, y'all see her? Close up. Ashe Oshun. Ashe Oshun. Odo. Ashe Oshun. You broke me mine. You broke me my yo. You broke me my yo. Do my do. Yeah, yeah, oh. These leaves and stuff, this was not moving before I came over here. Now, y'all, I need y'all to understand how these nature spirits and the ancestors, forefathers work. Whew. Oh, I just got... We right by. This one right here. Cut around the edge. But I've always, like, from the first time I came here, like in the inside, just build this over here and then call it a mountain off. That just like everybody saying melt Antarctica, baby. What's under there? What's in there? What's in there? And I rest my case. They call this one the Fox Mound. Ancient. Every symbol on here represents the sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That represents the sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got quite a few of them, guys. But I just want y'all to understand how our ancestors leave messages. Sun, disc. No sun. Look at his crown, though. They have meaning. Ashe? Though, this is just a simple symbol. And how our ancestors leave messages. Some of them, they don't know. They're just, to them, it's just a coloring page. Don't mean to laugh. Please do not climb on mound. That's what that sign said. Y'all just don't know, baby. When I tell you, when I get a team together, I'm talking about don't climb on this motherfucking mound. We climbing it, but the thing is we want to have our, like, we're gonna have night vision goggles type ish. It's gonna be lit, cause this look cool right now, healthy, but I don't want, you know, my team, my crew, you know, stepping on no snakes or nothing like that. So with us, you know, maybe a little high level of shoes when we're dealing with these mounds. There go another one right here together. Some of these trees wasn't here. They put some of these trees here. And I'm getting itchy throat, like as soon as I got out here. And so some of these trees wasn't here, but they cut some of them down because they're the way of the view of the mound. Just keep messing with nature, huh? Sinkholes popping up out of nowhere in the earth, you know, just whew. But yeah, this is where the meat-eating human meat-eating started. You know, you gotta feel, you gotta think you some type of power to eat the meat of a chief or, you know, a divine oracle. And then take their crystals, everything. I think we go. Dedicated to Mr. Mounds. 1971. Shall we see that?
You need to read on Twin Mounds?
Cahokia Mounds. Let's see what this say. Okay. This right here is officially the Twin Mound site. And let's read it. Let's see what they're gonna say. I just tapped in Monk's Mound. They call this one Monk's Mound. So would it be in the Monk's Mound? That's another mound that, you know, sacred teachings and Tai Chi, Qigong. That's another mound that the forefathers and ancestors did practices on. It's another little small mound. Spirit wants me to show you guys. Ooh, that baby, this real. They said hit it real quick. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit you real quick in a minute. But what we gonna do is now 72. That's how I know this ain't us. This ain't even ourselves. But mile 72 is given. People out here, so I'll choose to pick a day, make sure. And it's wet, it's wet, it's so fresh. The missing screw, y'all remember I did the innerG read when I was talking about this, and your nervous system. You can get time. Make sure you make time out of that. I wouldn't care if it's 5 minutes. Spirit wants you to touch a tree a day. You know, your nervous system. Calm down a little bit. Oh. Yeah, we're not. They walking that way. Spirit led to walk. We going this way. But the Twin Mounds, Soul Tribe family. And then Ashe ancestors, come through, come through, come through. They call it Cahokia, but the Ka, the Ra, the Ba, Ashe. So Cahokia, Cahokia. Cahokia, the Yah, as in Yahweh. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. See, this wind just got heavier, right? Cahokia Yah. Ashe, Ashe. Yeah, they taking me places. They got me moving, y'all, and I love it. It's when I tell you, these grounds are filled with a lot of ancestors. Sweet gum. A sacred herb. Here we go. Tap in some more, y'all. Make sure I put that in the video and get more juice. It's the fact that y'all see these pictures, it's like Aztec and Mayan. When they talking about Cahokia, see? The other side of the twin mound. And then look how they're shaped. I need beautiful souls to understand why some of them are shaped like that. Some of the stairs are still in the inside. You know, they just put dirt over it. They took the gold and stuff off and crystals and stuff off, of course. But the stairs and stuff are still in there. Took the doors, the top of the temple where the doors and the building was, they made sure they excavated that part. But there's other things they left behind. They know they can't touch. So, as things shift, it's a lot of stuff finna get to popping and cracking. This is what I mean by it's still vintage over here. Look at this bench. They ain't changed this bench at all. But it's the fact of the pyramid on the bench. Like, they made sure they kept the frequencies together and intact. Juice. We're gonna go back down. But spirit taking us up here. Up here. Ashe. Juice, how they put it together like that. The twin mounds. And then the gum. Certain sacred play areas for the kids. And understanding their crafts and the level that they're in as a child. The discipline, you know, the rooting of the culture and heritage. Like, I mean, and it's even. They cut it down evenly. Like, you know, it's another monument over there. Some of these monuments, yeah, I gotta make sure I put them in the video too. So when we do that research, cause they playing crazy, you know. Make sure put me in the video, but I want y'all to see these sacred grounds. Divine. Oh, baby. Okay, that's what them round top. But you know, not to miss and screw the round top. Sacredness from that round top, because that's how we used to channel the forefathers and ancestors from above and receive divine messages to tap in, and it's signaled throughout the whole temple. That's visions, downloads. when you tapped in and you stay disciplined, and they tell you to build a building that they can always teleport and transport on, they made sure they didn't put that part in there. The eyes, why they shaped like this, why we just so gifted with our peripheral, like it's, but we ain't gonna go there. But they finna put a sidewalk, right? Ooh, I like that. I like that. So we can walk straight through, back through that way. I like that. Yeah. And to go to that, those mounds over there. But it's still not shaped right, y'all. I'm telling you, it's not given because the dirt and seeds they put over it to, you know, make it look like this. It's the crazy work. But to still feel those frequencies. It was so many more than this. It was more than this. Only left a couple. But look, you see how there's distance in between. That's how much. But it was so many more of them. And taller, much higher, much higher. It's the fact that they're in awe at this. This just, And then that's deep too. When it says in there, don't listen to them. Don't listen to the blasphemy. Don't go back to Egypt. It says all of this in certain divine texts. Ashe. In certain divine texts, it says not to go back. In that going back, in that Sankofa portal, you gonna activate, you gonna initiate. It's gonna be so many frequencies in the Sankofa with pure intention, with pure intentions. Spirit ancestors want me to make sure I put that in there. Pure intentions. Because when they came here, it was pure intentions. The fact that they put the seal of the Grand Plaza right here. But man, it's the stairs for me. Oh yeah, that's where we're going. Oh yeah, that's where we're headed. So yes, it was a business. It's a business now. There's so many churches on every corridor. It don't make no sense, you know, to beat a culture and heritage, to build a church. And then you want to make them believe all the stuff that's in it, and it ain't got nothing to do with their culture. Well, it does now. It does now. So we can debunk all of that and what our ancestors played a divine role in with that. Come on now. Playing crazy. Ooh. If this a little walkway, we finna walk through this way. We finna just cut through. I'm not finna walk all the way up there. And I ain't. We finna cut through right here. Make sure we watch in the grass, you know. I see it's snakes. Just rained. It ain't been too long ago since it rained, you feel me? We gonna keep an eye on the prize down low. You know? And we gotta, I believe we gotta cross the street, cross over the highway. And is. From concrete, cause look. Yeah, I gotta see it. That's what I mean by building stuff over stuff. So, like these mounds ain't even their original shape from kind of look at concrete on them. From building over stuff. You know how that works. On this grass got me thinking. I don't know if anybody seen that Matt Matthews and Mojo Brooks farm chores. I stepped in some yeah, stepping in that. It's a little hot though, y'all, so yeah, we might walk around next time just to be safe. We'll stand on the grain too. Yeah, staying on the grain. Don't get too far off of it. And I don't want to get my shoes wet. I want to get my shoes soaked up. These clover patches. It's the clover patches for me. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we walk around next time. Look at this tree they cut down. Look at this bigums. This was definitely a bigums. Set your back to you. Like I said, they took some of these mounds out. Definitely, I can feel it right here. It was a mound right here these grounds right here that I'm walking on. They two the two together, and then look at that. They evened out right there. Then you got another one going straight across. So yeah, it's definitely given. How they all evened out. And then with them all being evened out, you got the sacred temple. When I said was leveled up, way higher. It was way higher than this. But ancestors would tap in, come here. And the divineness in the specific crystals and herbs and gold and all these components put together that would charge their ships, baby. Charge their ships to go to another density or another portal. To magnificently design some things so we're here right now. It does all. In plain sight. Oh. In plain sight. Oh. Make way. Make way. You know I was excited. I ain't bring nothing. Just my keys. I'm so excited. I don't know. Hey. In it. Yeah, I'm going to the top, baby. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go to the top? Huh? 30:03. I looked at the time. So we're gonna cross the street and head to the top. Interesting, a divine crossroads as we cross this crossway. People walk up these stairs and exercise. That's what some of these people doing. They exercising. They're walking up these stairs. Let y'all see. It's a monument right there. Make sure we look at the monument before we leave.
But you know, that's how colonial power is.
Yes. The breeze. Yes, as I said, this ain't even half the stairs. Gold trimming. Oh, okay. So I said, this ain't even half the stairs. But look. Yes. Yeah, we're exercising on the mounds. Another set of stairs. I'm excited to this top. These wonder eyes, they be too fixated on looking in your face and your eyes. No, thank you. No, thank you. Whew. Yeah, this is a good exercise right here. Y'all see how I got heavier? If I ain't mistaken, this look like the stairs the one we on. That's what I meant by they took that part out. Got us the stairs in the green, but they took that part out. So, with that being said, there was like, y'all see it? Temples right here on the edge. You can see it's still form. You can still see the format. Okay. Those sticks that still are up there, they were still building when they came and took over. They were still building stuff. We go back, I'll show y'all the circle of them. Because that's one of the first things I seen when I first came in here. This is, y'all gotta see this. Whew. Some of these mounds, they couldn't keep up. It would have just debunked a lot of their history. I just keep hearing that. It would have debunked a lot of history when it comes to manipulating the culture and heritage, baby. I mean, you know, when it comes to ancient civilizations and ancient teachings, this is where it all started. Okay, if I could only zoom in from a distance, the little circle wood things, the foundation of another temple. They were drawing out other architectural formats, and that was the start of another foundation. East Rameh Plaza. Okay, well, interesting. They were building walls. They knew they was about to go to war. They knew when it comes to culture and heritage, Spirit led to build a wall. That's juice. Before they could build that wall. It's not given. It's made of wood, like. You don't get it all that, you know. That's why it's made the way it's made right now for the cross watches too. But, and you know, it's the oneness in everything. So why is this still squared off like this in the back? Need y'all to see why this is squared off like this in the back. This is an excavation map of the last temple on the 4th terrace with courtyard, fence, and large post. Large post. It's missing something. Anybody can see, there go the arch right there. Look like a whole nother mound going straight across. Beautiful view. Beautiful view. Divine view. Y'all see the medicine? We can boil this. You drink that water raw. You ain't even gotta mix it with no tea. Just drink the water raw. Get the whole health benefit of this beautiful soul that's flowing in that plant. Sacred space, baby. Put it away. Oh, sacred sacred space, as we say that, huh? Some of this stuff ain't even formatted how it was originally built on the energy grids when our forefathers and ancestors built it. So it's sectioned out. It was mounds over here. This is just the sacred temple everyone came to channel, to get their downloads, their visions. You feel me? Practice telekinesis and teleporting. This is the temple ones came to. But where did they live? You know, all around the temple. All around the temple. And I love how they evenly got these things sectioned out. This might be how the mounds were sectioned out. You see how it's formatted in like a circle? You feel me? Like somebody, when you know, tap in. But yeah, and then look at how it's curved down. That was a mound right there, lined with a farm foundation. Butterfly, a farm with the harvesting and their crops. This medicine right here though, it's looking like a golden plant. Oh, they lucky as people out here. They so lucky as people out here. I'm not to tell you. I done walk pretty far because this was the thought I was gonna drive to this other parking lot, but since I crossed the street, I was all the way on the other side. The divineness in this, guys. So it's just day one. This is just day one. So, and divine grace, divine grace, divine grace, divine grace. Divine grace for tapping in. Divine grace for knowing who we are. Divine grace for the fruits of our loins. Divine grace for alignment. And this is what I mean by like shamanism. Because here's the thing, once you sacrifice them women and kids, baby, who was gonna cook these medicines to cleanse your spirit of this deceitful thought patterns that keep going on autopilot of control, of sacrifice, manipulation at a whole different frequency? Because sacrifice to us was shedding skin, the birth and rebirth. See, sacrifice comes in so many different frequencies. When it's a business to manipulate and control, patriarchy, reptilian frequencies. Remember getting a divine download about that and how the reptilians wanted to take over these sacred grounds in ancient civilizations. You know, they had the celestial ships too, but a different laser beam zap that's just turn the crystals into sand. Feldspar, quartz grains. Is it registering? Just like so, when you go on a lot of sacred ground, stuff just turn into sand. I don't know why is all this feldspar and quartz grains everywhere, you know. So it definitely hit a little different. Definitely hit a little different. But understanding this. And then there go the water right there. For the Mississippians. For the Mississippians. There go the water. They said we must not get it missing, screwed. It was pyramids and mounds across the riverbank. They want me to say it specifically like across the riverbank. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tap in. We got a lot of search to do. Exactly like I said today. This is just day one. We tap in our forefathers and ancestors on who we are. You feel me? We are. The divineness in that. Hi! The kids, you know, no limits, no bounds. That purity. So the animals, no dog just walked right up. He wanted me to pet him so bad. I was like, hi. You sit down. Push my butt on this ground. I'm already grounded. You gonna pet me? Are you gonna pet me? I thought that was a good one. Because I'm waiting. Don't mind my owner. Don't mind my owner. Just go ahead and pet me. Too long for me. Walk slow. Run that water. That'd be enough. Subconscious programs. Okay, we're going down. Okay, we're going down. As we go down, I want y'all to see it too. Y'all see how the breeze. When your forefathers and ancestors, baby, are pleased. You walking on these energy grids that they done put work on. Look at me. Yeah, let's. Hi. Hello. Hey, Bumblebee, you go. Well, let them see you on the camera. Ooh, and I'm on my phone, but I got this app. It's called innerG. So that way you take pictures and know like the insects. I think that's divine. No, who landing on you? You know the vibrations, frequencies, and energies they want to give you, and why they just keep flying around your aura field because it looks so beautiful too. You know, just the little small things of love that matter. All right. See it, right? Little low breeze. And I think that's divine. It's raining. Start the day and the sun come out. Ra come out. You know what I mean? That Cahokia Yah. Don't it hit different? Oh, it hit different. Oh. Make way. Make way. Butterflies and dragonflies flying everywhere. Beautiful. This is just beautiful. But like I said, y'all, day one. This is day one. We definitely coming back. People be exercising out here and stuff. You know, I get it. Tear them up, cause baby, burn some herbs, light some candles. But you know, some people, it's witchery, it's witchcraft and all that. So move around, go exercise somewhere else. Go take your ass and exercise. When the spirits said they was coming through, take your ass somewhere else. Cause the forefathers and baby, it's time. go to your ancestors' historical grounds and do that exercising. But right here, baby, we finna burn some sage, we finna burn some herbs, we finna drink some tea, we finna realm with our ancestors and forefathers because we are to do so. We have a birthright to do so. So we be out here playing crazy. And then look at you frowned up like. So would it come to that, y'all? I mean, it's just a big distraction of fear. That's it. Fear. Cause this right here, ain't no denying this. They can't even deny it. That's why they up here exercise them, you know, bring the grandbabies up here, you know, all that. Play grave importance. Don't walk up it. Don't walk up it, but our forefathers and ancestors walked up it. You see how? And is, and will be walking up it. Oh, baby. We're gonna wait. This is just the first one. We're almost an hour in. I'm sure we'll be about an hour in as soon as I get back to the truck. But like I said, day one, we're gonna get some EMF and EVP reads in too today, guys. We're gonna tap in. Yeah, the bird. We're gonna tap in. Well, excuse. Got excited. Long story short, we're gonna tap in, get some EMF and EVP. Y'all see that? Ain't no coincidence. That's how. The second time I said it, the bird was excited. So yes, that's divine clarity. You know, you do 1, 2, 3, but baby, that 2 is a charm as well. Okay, that's the third. We'll still, he with us on this right here. So as I'm talking, but long story short, let's get back to it. Do the EVP, EMF reads, and taking notes on that for these sacred grounds and the energy grid readings we're going to be doing over here for this next season right here. Because this next season right here is going to be divine. It's going to be divine. And the alignment in it, guys. Oh, the alignment in it. As we keep evolving with pure intentions. Speaking our truths. Living our truths. Being our truths. Forefathers and ancestors will divinely assist us along the way. Somebody, you know, this medicine too, you can boil that. Them dandelions, baby, you can boil that. You can cook that. These right here, they're edible. You can boil these. You can eat these. This is medicine. Ashe. Interesting thing, they got louder as we walk by them. Ashe. 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 I tell you, spirit animals, forefathers, they know. They know. And they will speak to let you know they know. Oh. So, with that being said, to a specific chosen one, none of them other humans matter. If they ain't aligning to your frequency, baby, it doesn't matter. And the only frequencies that it matters on is where you gotta cut them cords at. Okay? Where you gotta cut them cords at. Where you need to set them boundaries. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. I said some of them don't know they playing devils and demons in your life. Just so consciously ignorant. and unconsciously ignorant. Some don't know. But you know what? We gonna set that straight, get that right on together. Oop. They call these morning glories, rising glories, though they're edible too. You can boil them. You can boil them and put them in some water, some tea, and drink them too. Divineness in them being rising glory, because they open up when Ra attaches to them. And when the sun removes itself from the sky, they close up. Called this divine plant rising glory, baby. Well, morning glory, but you know, the whitewashing. We're not mourning anything. It's funny how I walk by. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. No risings. When you say risings, they're not at that frequency, so they don't know how to respond back to it. But it's fine. It's other worlds out here that's not in your world. And I say worlds because you have your own universe. Your universe carries its own authentic design, like a snowflake of vibrations, frequencies, and energies as a magnet. You know, what you're giving and receiving every day, all day. So that plays grave importance too. That's actually the main importance right there. Like, when ones understand that they are a magnet, they say electromagnetic being. Rising glories ever popping up everywhere as the sun out. So as an electromagnetic being, you're a magnet. And what you're giving and receiving out, what you're projecting and bringing in, is electricity. Heart of the city. See, they was building stuff. Building temples. Looking at that naked. Just it wasn't closed. It was all the sun out here. We was bare. It's the fact that they got them in this color. Right there. Ooh, yeah. Let me get all that, love. Get all that, love. Get all that, love. They talking about. Get all that. 10-mile trail, baby. Get all trail. Get all that. What they talking about? Like I said, the Monk Mound. Look how they got the stair. Look how they got it drawn out. Oh my goodness. And that just show you they didn't know too much about the architectural work of it. They just drew what they know. Look at this, like I said. Far away. Look at all this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. All around. So many of them. Then in the middle they was building something else. But that's deep, guys. That's deep. They did something nosy. Have you? Oh, somebody need to understand that. You ever seen a culture and heritage that's so nosy? Look, they're still telling on themselves. As we keep shifting and evolving and expanding with our culture and heritage, because it's our birthright, they nosy. They just can't help but look. Because if you was focused on your culture and heritage, you wouldn't be looking. I'm just saying, somebody here, you wouldn't be looking, you wouldn't be staring. You wouldn't feel you obligated to do so, to look and stare at them. Like, it's just, and then some of the frequencies be nasty. Like, they don't think it's being seen, felt, heard. It's this house right here for me. Who stayed up? Baby, I just got through talking about staring. Sometimes I look back. Can't help it. But who stayed up? That's what I'm talking about. Just can build my house right here on the mound. Right by the mound. It's probably they want to call it a historical house so bad, huh? Why is it built right here by these mounds? Who is it? Because these ain't no founding forefathers or whoever. What is it? Because you playing crazy. Well, that's this house right here. But if anything, get a crew, definitely would want to come there and ask them some questions, because I know they didn't late night out of nowhere. You just start hearing them drums and such. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's given. They too close. They buy all this sacredness. So you know they getting the 411 the juice. But then again, come deeper. There was this house right here. And made sure they put them some trees up to block the sun. Sun energy. It's hard to get through. That's a red flag. That's a big red flag. When you know, you know. Like I said, that's some karma for you, baby. If you got come out into the sun, and the sun's supposed to give you energy, but you get cancer from it, that's a major karma. Tap in when you know, you know. That's some karma for you. I thought it was a garden. Oh, looks like it makes sense. You got trees covering stuff. That much gardening going on. It's her reptilian. It's given. On these sacred, ain't that much power that can be shut down, babe. That's what they thought. That's why Queen Elizabeth folded. A lot of other ones about to get folded up. And I'm gonna be obedient. But yeah. Too long. Too long. So yes. Some sacred grounds. Okay. That's another reason why I wanted to come back this way before we end this. Like I said, we're an hour in, guys. Woo. See how long it's gonna take them to download this and put this on the channel. Y'all know how they do. Yeah. Look at that. Sweating melanin. I'm melting melanin, y'all. I'm melting melanin. Make way. Make way. And when we seen the picture of this, it was on top of the Sacred Grounds Temple on the Monk Mound. Call it the Monk. They call it the Monk Mound. It's not what it was called. Y'all seen that picture? Going in a dragonfly of them going in circles. Ooh. I love how it's ground leveled a little bit. So if any more rain, some of this would have been definitely flooded. Definitely. We wouldn't have been able to walk out here as deeply as we have. Ooh, baby, make a hole. What's that? Definitely where it was going to get it from. You know, no telling. That tree branch on the ground could have been what they was bringing over here. This on the ground. But it's given. It was in that hole right there. It just fell on the ground. But it's deeper than that. They pretty much dug a hole, a deep hole, and then put the tree trunk in there and then filled the hole up so it's foundated, completely foundated in earth. That's how they do the bottom, the formation. And they together like this for divine reason. If they didn't even put the string, the tree string or rope, you take that, the bark, certain trees, you can peel it back real good and then make a thin line. And when you make that thin line, each one is like a string. And they would put them together on each layer. But it just come through spirits, come through ancestors. Leaving this right here like this. It would go up each one. And then the strings would be attached onto it. And then they would take earth, mix components together, and put that on the foundation. And put that on the foundation. Oh yeah, that's why they left this here. This was by the forefathers. It was more too. They weren't done. You can see the line. So it's like, even the design, it was so unique. Like you could still see the lines from where it looked like it was some more. It was definitely some more, but it was removed. You can still see the line and the design of it. They drew it out first, you know. Take, you know, whatever they used. Could have been another tree and just drew the line, the format of it. Because if you see it on the pictures on the mounds, it looked like clay. It looked like fertile, sacred land. You know what I'm saying? Not none of this. Ooh, it just come through, spirit, come through. That it's a color like this, you know? I just love how the universe spirit just does things and it just all lines together. Something like that, the clay, you feel me? Said that was a sacred tree. Stuff went down on that tree. Some of them, they took a little baby. But you know, I'm getting it in. You got to do it. My shit, I'm sweating, y'all. I'm sweating. Shit done got dirty. I'm sweating. That's your feminine too. When your feminine come here, like, ooh. How am I looking? How am I looking? I understand that. Even with men, that ain't gay. That's just you checking your self-love. Am I still clean? Am I together? Am I right? You know, the little small things, you know. Ooh. Hi. Hello. I'm talking about the bigums right here. Hi. Hello. Stood out. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm a tree hugger, a tree kisser. Tree twerker. Look, she gonna look how she gonna look at me. What you looking at me for? Walk in there. Worried about looking at me? Walk in there. Do what you finna do. Walk in there. That'd be another thing. They be knowing so many different other places that we don't even know, that our ancestors and forefathers have been in. So when I see their asses walking in places, I go too. Cause where you going? That I can't go. That's how I found crystal picking areas and all of that. Cause where you going? That I can't go in this nature, in these woods. Huh? I need somebody to understand that. So you know it's juicy. She literally walked in now. But like I said, day one, we're not gonna go that deep. I'm going to, then when they see us, they just looking. Baby, you know. Stock age excavation here in 1968. Bullshit on the dates. I definitely call bullshit on the dates. So she in there. That's how the ancestors say, oh yeah, we got some medicine in there for you too. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Y'all know, we back in that thing. But you know, we're not gonna, butterfly just flew right in front of me. We're not gonna do too much. We already an hour in, about to be 1:10 across this board, baby, as we go into 1:11. So yeah, I'm digging that. So we gonna go ahead and end it. Let y'all see another view of it. We'll go ahead and end it. But these sacred grounds, magnetic energy field right here. Yeah, hear the bird. This divine magnetic energy field right here that we have against us is, I'm speechless. But not only that, but I can't debunk some of this whitewashed bullshit that's around me right now. So can't debunk that. See that for what it truly is and embrace these frequencies, yo. Like these magnetic energy grids right here on Cahokia, yo. Gotta be ready. No fear, no overthinking, pure intentions. Hear these birds, baby. You hear these birds. 111 on the board with 29 equaling 11. Like, so keep living in your truths, being in your truths, activating more your ancestral truths. Why do you keep looking? Just be looking. Get it. Hey, yo, it was 1:11:55. So you know what's up. So you know what's up. Whole tour bus out here. It's going down out here. Yeah. Wanted to do my little research. Tap in on these energy grids. Well, yeah, we out here for the day. We out here. So, like I said, divine grace, divine grace, divine grace. The ancestors of the all, divine lights, divine darkness, divine voids, divine etheric centers, divine energy grids engulfing the fruits of our loins. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That being said, always peace, love, oneness, and divine vitality on all energy grids. Ashe.